na yene no edi enkomo anopai na dwuma dɔso enti yɛbɛyɛ no ntɛntɛntɛntɛm na watimi akɔtoa so panyin atena se so what questions be also ask and when the conversation is going WhatsApp number no 0598 988 686 0598 988 686 save number no now was send a message 0598 988 686 yebeshen komona se na yede ensemo a ehia efa national service ho nyina atoto mo anim sesi a yeba I want you here, don't send me your dinner. I don't mind that Uber driver. I go be by that Uber. Oh my girl, pay me money, let me your baby, and I go make you my lady all night. Okay, yeah, start a conversation or Penny Felix Jemfi at Nasidada na exactly 9:20 yento semwa akaningiran to a training national service. Openi anope yema wakwa bada wasese ye to yen safre o ne enjoy any affiliate na waba ye no edin komo.
When you were chief in action, Madam Watson said, after me, in your partner, real year, and your friend, not just say, I did. Means me before me to crash. Yes, yeah, Dawasi. Nano Mampenin, John Dramani Mahama, all year ministers are foul mono, all power mohono. Or can't ba say or boni diano say I don't envy your job. I no pay them the best starting is I don't envy your job because national service one of the areas for years Jumanedi and ansem so home. But so far I'm say by a few weeks in here. How has the office been? How has it treated you? What started on a positive note and I say blocks not starting facing with them? The kind of met down with you for challenges or hope, but the US will be who say whenever there are challenges, there are also opportunities, and that is what excites me. Say on the 14th of February, 2025, me can't check Ghana for new man Penijo Muhammad in our boss. A February Samba be drew a seneno na national service in Koma Koso Honomono about different things. So wherever there are opportunities. There are challenges, there are opportunities, and that's what excites me. Openi say a buyer and Kasankasa say Mampeni my Akwanya Yedeba National Service on the 23rd of January. Say ni papa atnase dear and yeah possible yet.
Ujantrase.
Dabi openi because utnase ye in seminar you better a more thing. Efa the kind ghost names on and delayed allowance.
Right.
Omo my year juma abosumi mi num. Ibi ho ansia o market you mai ansana your payments omo payments in sensemo ho asafra no about projects national service ho na nye aketua editua service persons enko anamo pe NSS san wo projects ofa o mamuni nyina different mea no wo projects ho so
and so by so okay
na no so by no ho asem no de enyam pii kra ewo abonte mama mfonte na ho so ya de ya asefem
okay
and also na see ehwem ye meetings because afia e wo muin say per say ye fu na ye project enche na nso tobre na dru but you need plans bia ho ya meto nhye bia wo ho no mo a
ye project
ebe ma ka say o ye buy na no so say ye kwakoye nursery for our tomato projects that we're expecting to do this year.
Okay.
Internet alternative TTM penny for no near my for na hwe kwan you befa so say you ba see march mu since you unity you be ready for farming. Ni nyina ho nsem ho na say alternative. So ba adwuma no nso na wapom bi a anajodu baako because one yen say sabi enye.
Baby and Nanka maybe Kokra na was starting free no. Yeah, national service and so the national service original act of the 1980 no. Near more most stipulating ye ultimu say yempenyu for no sabi sabre no nyansa omode troye sectors also moko agriculture number 1 no more local government community development we share act na state military nyina na omode omu.
But say national service akwa say ya school ya post to obi timi kɔ baabi na hwee ni hɔ okoye by ya post no. One important question, what about Greek so? Aduane ho short wo Ghana. By a labor force over 100,000 people are be free school abano. Na ekom edie. One of the projects our person oyene a Greek and is it possible to do a national service farm?
I've been I'm a lucky person.
Okay.
Me too, because me medical here juma or national service. I fear you remember if you do no. Me beto yera Vincent Kwagbenu.
Oh, okay.
But now they seen any so pa ne kuayo.
Okay.
E me amia bebre. Inti yeko Branham, yeko Ejura,
yeko
Abosiakota, yeko Cherekon. Inti na satana na juma ne man ho so.
Okay.
Sabe ufi anto atana NDC free abayimu.
Okay.
Machines to toye any as I see a GGG to honina ne plants and I see a co other regions na kanina no. Sabi a Diego and no bar. In penny four more to see a normal hand over to us no. A year I green say almost be dear, but it drew say implementation stage no. Na kwa basa.
Okay.
Na some mekasa me see I can see I say me we ebi ana nipa nyimini.
Okay.
Inti me pese omo mama bosome kakra. Na mo yen santrofo idie. Mo amu be hu de besi.
Right.
We will go we would expand our maize farms. Me buy no. Omo a ese me no mo ye adwuma ye nhye ho. Within a matter of days na power professors mo University of Ghana Great Department so mo nko ba bi a be yemfo no. And then na so mo de omo call you no. Almost findings and the way forward, mommy. Almost say, oh, me mom Tuesday. I'm saying no. A Tuesday you're too far. Into the weekend, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Almost famra. Na yen discuss na fe yen hu. Mako Ghana ha jumaku super nchen say. Opani ye mamo national service idea. Mesro. Ye nyi musika kra. Most of my machines near fan simple ni yen nonsense. Wow. Certain numero. Enti enye sabi book asema me ba be tro ananse ye kwako ye meetings theories near there no practical na momma emre kakra ifu a de mo be komo no mu gina kira mu hu akiri na secondary schools you're so well positioned omo won say omo teachers omo great departments enti sabi the any secondary schools never be no mo be ma nipa benya gidie wo yi mu se Ghana mabu no wo ho ampa na Ghana mabu no wo ho a eni se kom eden eni se aduane bo ye den eni se kosua bo edru se de be a se bi kosua kwa no nya bi ntoni
endi
na eno ho asem ne de mu be hu enye ano na be den ye de be kan
nti enche Ghana fo be hu se national service personnel no omo ye akuyadwuma ado ebro wabo ebro so omo be do ebro a ye be hu.
Yes.
Ama ye di bi ni ahu se national service farm ni
ye obi ani ho a ohu adwuma be ya na dwene mu be no there will be doubt there will be no doubt
asase na wie
me ne o ka say ye ne ahemfo mu akasa
right
and asase ani e doso de da no ni nyina da so ho no
okay
yakwa kwaje about 20,000 acres e wo kumawu a aban e free so ne mempenefo mu free so no mu ye adwuma ho de da Sasa ne da honum na yempese be buoni pa no bebre wo fa ko a eso mo fa ka ko adwuma enti no adenti na yemfa bi nko adwura adenti yemfa bi nko branam e hodi nim deda yemfa bi nko Cherekon yemfa bi nko Abosiakota ansa na other new areas ayeko me no ka say regional directors me buy good in the first few days no ka say mo pensa ase na say die adwuma ye ba be ye no e breni ho so far almost so many versus suggestions about say, oh, you bet me, you bet me, okay. And now regional national service regional directors survey almost nya kwatofo. Mo de here some of anya juma opening one kasa hu bedru. And now nya juma I say you be one national service fu be bre de o ma ho den ko bro survey fufu ana kwaye no ye the machines and about be juma.
Okay.
Survey penin na me person me boni din say because we will sign an agreement.
Yeah.
Senkanya saade anka me boni din a obehu se they making
possible
yeah cry we
okay
because say Felix we need that so pa and I say anything we dey about national service na me say all secondary schools. When we are starting with about 80 this year, we'd have poultry farms. And now, I brand about coming in here, you know what? I buy now a tremono at greenhouses at the ma at Jumakubi.
Okay.
So, greenhouses in United and Ego. In Adia, you set up poultry farms in the schools, and you set up greenhouse just beside. You do have vegetables.
The 80 selected secondary schools.
80 selected secondary schools.
Okay.
You do have vegetables.
Okay.
Ne kind of me who say school no agric department. Na ebia nipa be say 100 no agric department. Ebia nipa ne mudu. Ebia na otwe bia mo be ko ebia baako.
Yeah.
Either say mo kwakọ prapra ho, mo de nsuo kwakọ gugu eni so. And no ye no be say 1 hour. Ufiri ho anu aye den. Kwakọ tena dem kwakọ sua wade.
Right.
Say de be ya obi ehu say ekuayo and I say so your poultry farmer no and no so a juma sebe which me at home so we school obey.
Okay.
See it me yes and national service na a dimu because a buying yuma a funny pamom we a juma no. Yen nyina yentimi nyeden enko.
Sir.
And no that many a branch be share no ban on ne ni bye. And na inkunti ye din komo kura wie komo dem me say and now we national service on them here animal research. No say hey. And she said, oh, yeah, there must be a poultry farmer.
Wow.
There must be a poultry farmer 9 years. Because the National Service for Animal Research.
Animal
And she said, if you start the people well, so only almost 30 years, you'll be surprised about the outcome.
Okay. And the Ghana for way practicals, yeah, na theory na Dawson. Papa Felix Jemfi say, National Service no more man of bread. Na on free so no. Yebehu si ye yankasa ye youth no produce aduane a enkoye se ye office na ye soma omokwa. Secondly, another important thing so amanfo campa is as enkra no beba national service no, a lot of them be free mu no na onhye den sua bibia onhye den nya sa spirit anenke so mfa meye nationalism no enhye den ni omomunti nke mfa omonko soja mo no so mfa soja menim se no so ya de a because e act no military part I will consider
national service adwin ho over the years say oh you better na tembi ana ya nhye ni scale wo ho no ebo nipa ne ho.
Okay.
Me ne pani ko share say o my machines in fanya adwuma no si no omo a ombeko mfomu nyina no ebia as part of the orientation 1 month bosume na ebia omonko for military training.
Okay.
So they be omo be nya sa discipline omo de be ba be adwuma no.
Okay.
Nti afidi ya ne say Tembia ya orientation ya omomu ya Greek omomu ya science omomu ya social science and the humanities in album.
Yes.
I feel the and say you be call colleges of agriculture differently. Near your omomu orientation differently. Na say okoya Greek na sebe Greek na now pesa o ya ampa. A dream would be free school be different from obi or your social science and humanities.
Okay.
Until right from the start you know. Ye mo be anya that was say uko kuyayomu wo abrabo anase suban abrabo a wopese obo no ehun beba mfa so ama.
Okay.
Yes.
Na ohwe enkra na omo be ya waka modie mo wo the will some person omo farming but a lot of them are people who don't want to work in that regard white collar jobs. Orientation be na mo be ya ma nkra no secondary school and san tertiary hokra and san na ma gia tum say yebekwa akoye sa adwuma we
commercial agriculture here nipa bebre say omo nyina bekwa phone because machine na ye adwuma ne bebre.
Okay.
You drew baby a machine eba yebe machine yebe drew baby ase nipa ne ba yebe me nipa ba. But what we are trying to create or what we are thinking about is the value chain.
Okay.
Sebe we kwani se kusua na upa se layers na omo to kusua na ma eden na ebetumi that so the value chain there have to be marketers.
Okay.
There must be people who are looking at using it to add value.
Right.
So they know aduane aton any adnina we dey bakery ni sa no manina. We're going to establish that.
Okay.
Madam me drew office. First day I make office. Before I made drew office no. Na my smart architects did that say onko na onko share your national service your fast food na man for top pie bebre or big boy,
okay.
Because I have worked at national service. Now, baby, your shop, fast food shop, no. The potential is so great that I feel say, ye nyam me hokram boy. Esi nye nipa umbeko so ta tu kwa dan kwa ne so.
Ada yes.
Watermelons go as a
mango, watermelon. Yeah.
Why don't we juice them and then establish a market for people that we can send these to? That people having parties and breakfast meetings in Accra know that once you arrive at the national service, you have a very cold gallon, 5-liter gallon of either watermelon or mango juice or something.
Wow.
That is a market that we would have to establish so that people will be certain in their minds that after having left national service, this is a pathway in life. If you know how much juice that we import in this country, there is no way that a Ghanaian who has done food science or beverages will not get into fruit juice production.
Right.
So these are things that it should be so clear in everybody's mind that these are solid pathways in life that we must embark on. We cannot all work in the office. This year, my agenda is that we'll have 50% parity into the private and public sector postings, meaning that...
For the first time?
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning that we'll strive to make sure that people who go to the public sector to do very less work and have less experience will rather go into the private sector, which obviously we've all claimed to be the engine of growth, so that they can learn practical skills at the job place.
Okay.
I'm urging all businesses, regardless of how small or big they are, to come forth and take national service persons and work with them and impact realistic knowledge on them. There are no doubts about the quality of Ghanaian graduates.
Yeah.
What is left is the transition
from school
to job market. And have real experience at work. I left Legon with degrees in English and history.
Yeah.
Before I joined national service, I have a firm that is making over millions of Ghana cedis a year. Of course, barring the government doesn't pay us early. I have people working for me who are engineers. I've worked with some of the brightest young engineers from KNUST and other places. Why don't these people on themselves and with character go to individuals who are building their own houses and begin to serve as engineers?
Yeah.
Right. We are going to go into areas that will leave nobody in any doubt about the worthiness of the Ghanaian youth. Our streets
That's
are
1 year training.
Of course. Our streets are dark. Accra is so dark. You know what? So we sat down with some people within our first week, and then they've been so. When the name come out, you see, because these international agencies have regulations and guidelines.
Yeah.
Until you sign the actual contract with them, they probably don't like their names being mentioned now.
Right.
They are looking forward to giving our people trainings, PPEs, and all that. We are going to attach our electrical engineers to the work department of district assemblies, so that within an enclave
they fix the street lights.
Of course.
National Service Forum
train them so that within there's a public lighting system within markets that are so dark, within alleys and parts that are so dark, we can boost night life so that the 24-hour economy we are talking about will be realized. We have a part to play, and it should be clear that the Ghanaian youth has to leave.
Okay. These are things that are very nice to hear. Misha messages are Obiaye, wow. Because everybody has gone through national service. Obiaba, these are things that likely they will say. What are the stumbling blocks? Mamuntmin realizing Nema okay. Because if you do this, it will be a legacy.
I think it's leadership.
Leadership.
I think it's leadership. I have come from a very practical background. Me suba book as a book over there, but for everything that we're going to do in national service, there has to be a deliverable, there has to be a time.
Yeah.
Me buy now Jumaku I person now my national service $3.5 million. Which is just for the first year. Mine $13 million. Contract signed, the money is there
for what?
Everything. To go into agriculture to produce tomatoes, rice, soya beans, and then I think poultry.
$13 million contract.
Yeah, $13 million contract. Nobody come at $3.5 million contract. That $3.5 million contracts no my no. Sikanako meetings, training. This won't happen under me. Already the people who were going to go on the field last week with the professors, I asked them, what are you going to do? What role would you be playing? If you are not going to do anything, there's no way for you to travel all the way there.
Forgive me.
Yes.
Company Bine National Service assigned contract 30 million. Said National Service should go into agric.
Yes.
Na Mbwa Ghana for now.
Yes.
3.5 million of that money sent to National Service. No? Anchor grounds Greek, you know.
Well, it's
going
to
to
ground,
meetings.
But there's no discernible value of the work done.
Meetings?
Yes, of course. And then the result is there. I think after some time. And then you're also working with partners. Like I said, there are regulations. If their name comes out so much, they probably get angry and just say, you know what, we are snapping the agreement.
Yeah.
So I'm mindful
of
what sort of conversation that we should have.
Right.
Of course, we've lost the first year, but we will not lose the next 3 years. The last time they did 10 acres of tomato, which is even doubtful.
Yeah.
We will do 70 acres this year. And I would invite you and your team to come and measure 70 acres of tomatoes and all that. Of course, I have sat down with them and then asked which type of tomatoes do we want to produce, what is the value. We'll plant these tomatoes and process them and get them in the market within the shortest possible time.
Do you have the equipment to do that?
Yes, there's a company that we are partnering with that is doing that so well already. So if you go into my office now, the only thing on my table is this tomato sample that they have brought. I would want that to serve as a reminder every day that I'm delaying and there's no time to get the other tomatoes from 70 acres to get in those bags. And we are ready for it.
There is something that always comes up every time. National service. A bit more, but because ghost names.
Yeah.
You mentioned it.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with this? Not Mr. Felix Jenfi be free office, you know. Yes, national service. Say the ghost name bia.
No, dear. Me brawa. Now, when you have that sort of public office position, now President Tangasa assign will letter say, I've appointed you to national service. It's humbling experience. Now, me share President Mahama on one suban and then any swadi hunu. Na me kan se Ghana fo nyina me se Ghana fo nyina abo. Me ntwe ma fe ne kura ma. Enne me nam kwan so ameba I've given this morning I've given authorization say obi a will register for national service this year within your payroll so. When you su Ghana card. Ye within film. Me man na watwe. Sa na watwe ne ba na se won fa Ghana card and member verify registration status. We are taking your name out. And that's about 5,000 people. Or more. Omudin that's womb. School are free by no. You need accreditation with the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission. We are taking your name out. That's also another few thousands of Ghana citizens. Thousands of numbers. Into national service, and yes, no, and now say systems need how to prevent fraud. Systems ni nyina ho na tan bia na ye mpanimfo mu de animu no wani so ade hunu ne san you know. So if you lead with integrity, there will be no issues. Well, tinya ade asebe e den anasema be me de magic bi na ba be ghost names and everyone. I'm coming to adhere to the regulations of the National Service Authority.
The projects that you mentioned say enuna odi wani basis to innovative projects, you know. Apart from farming, dear hina me fan say be very prominent.
I have mentioned that we're getting to
the street lighting, yes, public lighting.
Yes, of course, and then also entrepreneurship for what I mentioned, our fast food area.
Okay,
we can manage
the juice here.
Yes, of course, and we can manage kitchens for public corporations and all that. Okay. So at your place today, here at Angel Broadcasting, if you are having party, we will create a path that it will be cheaper to buy pastries for us than to go and buy it from a certain hotel or something. We will deliver at international quality and standards because these people are people who have just come out from school.
Okay.
If you task them and with the right leadership, they will do it.
Okay.
And that will also serve as a training grounds for them for their own businesses a year or two later. And we need people, we need the quality and then the dedication of the leadership that will make sure these things happen. Okay. I haven't signed to change my chairs or the carpet or fix anything. I have rather gone ahead to tell the architects and other people that, you know, we need a new edifice that will befit the status of any of the best hotels in town. So that the people working there will feel good about themselves. If you are into bakery, you have some of the nicest machines that any baker will use anywhere. If you are working in the kitchen, it shouldn't be so warm that you get so hot and you begin to detest working in the
environment.
The world has changed. We are in 2025. We should think and act in a manner that let Ghanaians feel that the people who are working in hotels in Paris are no different from them in Accra.
Okay. If you look back into time, when did you occupy that current office, and for how long? And when do you want to move out from Usajechna, because it doesn't befit?
Oh, you know what? That's what I'm saying. That say Abai Emami Krata 23rd of January, and I got a key over 24th, which was a Friday. Monday na me be jumano. Na me many architects no ne the contractor discussed that. Until we could draw hands na me drew honum.
Okay.
Me drew honum man measured that. Until say they make what you say. I'm a man in a hurry.
Okay.
Because and no dear, enya ade ane ye thing. Until no ma starting ne APSA, GCB, and all our partners. Somebody can buy me and cash say, "Oh right, mo so better than say no be here." I'm saying no. Most of my service persons were in chain.
Okay.
So as space I ever be creative. Quantum pumu a cat nam so and a Jew area and no pattern beer. I then a moment buying. Na in see new kitchen yento new machines for our service persons.
Okay.
Na mo so mo acquire mo selling more product product. Almost no problem ni ho. And the see idea me train partner architects no.
Okay.
So mo ban temoa opening obehu a different kitchen that will fit in the status of some of the best fast food areas in the malls, in the hotels. That I have pictures of it here that I can release.
The designs.
Yes.
Okay.
That I'll put out and everything. Because it's a low-hanging fruit. It's something that we can do.
All right.
Several other proposals have come forward. I don't need to sit down on meetings for weeks. Oh, any for oh, year make call until then come call Friday. No.
Meetings.
No. Yeah, can you see a bit to me immediately in Mr. Mumma?
Okay.
Because apart from Yen Kakrana, your word Jumamua, ye Juma by your can. You your fast no, be brave of fear. Or sorry, or too damning, or no mataya. Opening Sosha, Sabra Bono. Then I didn't public accuracy. Oshe, Ubia, and net wedding fear duno, a duno. Woman bear say. Another 10 years. That's why near Juma and now we're near training now. Sebe, or couldn't penny for you so. A dear na abrabod at the
Okay.
So these are things that concern my mind right from the scratch.
Okay.
And I have been lucky. I know this country so thoroughly. I know every nook and cranny of this country. I know if the opportunities for people to work, they would work.
Okay.
So we're not going to limit it to only national service persons. If there are people who are in towns everywhere in the country and our farms are near, we will let them come and support us. That will grow food and then bring it to the markets, and we'll pay them some form of allowances for a year and then transition them into their own farms. Because having known that national service is growing plantain and then they are bringing it to the market to sell, I can also have my own farm that can grow plantain.
Okay, that's a good one there. Your name is Mr. Felix Jemfi, or Acting Director General for National Service Authority in Edin Komo. Now, boss, Mranti ni bebre tifie. Abranti BC we school or tifie or National Service. But 4 years in ye, unye jume biya nye obetima sa yebiem.
Oh, aban sika semne ne nhyehyɛ ma saa kwan no na mmeremu no national service betumi ayɛ na afi baako we are sabi saa branch bi yanka man opportunity sɛ onya training with any of the projects American was sabi nke bi yanka no ayɛ ne kuani anaasɛ no ayɛ ne farmer. We are going to spell out clear policies and regulations where people like him would benefit.
Okay.
So you bet me anya asase and now bet me si bu kakra nkokɔ be wo mu a nkokɔ nketenkete be wo mu a yenya bet me you need through your partners I know your portrait side of the foundation I know more your adwuma sisi mu a you bet me ma nkokɔ ni bi na ma
more national service for no be man nkokɔ nketenkete no.
Yes. Because the MasterCard Foundation provided 1.5 million out of the 3.5 million they give this year to anchor farmers in the name of national service to go into poultry farming. Now, the objective of the project was that people in themselves, the youth in themselves, would transition to become their own poultry farmers.
Right.
A country importing over $200 million of chicken. And with the youth unemployment rates of about 14%, cannot be said to be importing this number of chicken.
Okay.
Whereas we have the people. So why can't we transition these people? So people like that can reach out to us, and there are others doing it already. They can come for training, we'll recruit them. That's why I'm saying that this year, the orientation that we'll give to people who want to go to the agri fields will be different from those that will go into other sectors of the economy.
Right.
This is targeted. This should be a deliverable. This should be clear that when you are coming to join us in our project sites, especially in the farms, we're going to transition you to a livable income.
A lot of the things are what can be very practicable. You better say, yes, you know, better what you know what you mean. But my biggest challenge here, nipa we school we ni share we ye juma na ketu aso ntam mantem. Be a 6 months, 5 months, na national service complaining. How are you going to address that?
We need to form kakra. I think for the first time in so many years, in over 8 years, Ira John Mahama, Mampenia or Sia Oyo, Eya Debia, Dianigi, Sebe, and we can't buy all national service for them. By NPP, you know what, Felix, national service for Yintuamoka. Now you're campaigning in us, Obitia, 10 hours. The national service form we national service for market I don't know market we assign a delay. Into the actual people I see to your canon famra. Some of the bar open in Sabi because na or Kanekwa. Last Thursday, any of the figures no a comma the finance minister. Sabi no kasi ujina na nice wa who figures na and no sign and also controlling accountant general. Me drew on a controlling accountant general a release letter. I said, Umuntua backlog a binding national service card from August, September, October, November, December, and January.
Wow.
Inti enura na bobe se no me ensano na omo a binding omo ka national service mu nyina yetua. Na me kan ededa e mampani John Mahama se ene yera ato forcing ene ye minister honorable George Payado. Yes, the Cassia any Srenya Minstramum. Some cause Yenisa, and some cause Yenisa, a dear Ghana youth for Bedia so many Munyamno, or more Sabba Promontias any so.
Right.
And see from a neco and Sida, at least Mampani, John Mahama, Tia Conyeso, and Yamitiasi in Sida say Bosumi Besson, now national service allowance, or no crown Tiasi. Because unim kwaya sebe yedo ye postu free had ko sandema now to sandema o ma men o papa ni honum na se wo ye adwuma na se bosomi akatwa kakra na e ba no so maya unim oye parent oye ja unim kwaya sa edit sa ho kire no bebra nti se wa ye adwuma national service o sika maya ne de sune ye twem.
Okay. One thing Andra from your press conference and name pese obetu mu enchine kakra ne se obi aba national service abi a program bi koso e good pa no wajai na afi corruption ne niam bebre na ekoso. How are you going to ensure say agriki public lighting system juice kitchen ya mo pese mo ye se unni hwa obi beba o me cancel and o me stop na afi wasan ye niam abasabasa bi foforo.
Oh, no, dear. Opening Mr. Reka, a nipa subai and a character. Say, yeah, dear baby,
yeah,
Ubi a baby who name for so I did bring my money now.
Sir,
Ubana sub, so mine in tea, or mine who door, or mine who I drink in our BC so they are. As I will hear your mind here. May buy Euro says to be Messiano Imprino. Many share or wonderful ideas. Sabi implementation in Anya the uncle.
Okay.
Men can't da say honorable says to be a Juman or better and nam so no ye into me baby chasso. And yes, Sabi Nami Crampo minim yansa. Sika ya pa ye de Jumain. I de baby Jumain on a Sabi or some sign at an at all.
Oh, good.
Men so may baby sign be at honum as that ya your home. Ubi ba mechia. May expect to say me honorable says to be the honest fairness. Implementation of the project no anko ye said the normal pe na no mo aka so mo hwe mo chi am so I think ye ni say anka bebo ye ni say anka bebo but asrewa o chile ba no yi na ni ato nchen nti no enya ade a mema kwan ama sad na sibi.
Okay.
So me ko meeting na say who hia say me ko bi na say key persons ne no mo kwa me family in kwche say and I'm some name the director general nti moon science can be omo ko no na ma gibi abra me kwa me fie wo
na etaisi wo ho.
Well, I'm sure it will come out and then it's not fine. It doesn't define you. It doesn't say as a person with character that you spend money and then there's no deliverable for it. If you are a person of character and a sizable, of decent background and upbringing, it's not something that you should entertain at all.
Okay,
that's a petty corruption. That the sole objective of your involvement in projects is to take money.
Enra Oshe Nipa 81,885 and a ghost names.
Yes.
Nti saa sika ni nyina na aban tua ekɔ he.
Nobody can say the BNI or from NIB, any national security for young people who has almost started here. Omampenia mamu akonya say almost started even an intensified phase to find out what has happened. Now, one national service that's what was a CID. In Yanam, that's about 98,000 people. If you put all of them together, they are on the field working. We owe them an obligation to safeguard their work in every part of Ghana.
Okay,
that we will continue to do. We will continue to work on our projects to make sure that they flourish.
Okay,
and the new projects that we are working on to flourish. That is a mandate of National Service Authority. We should separate that from the corruption or the criminality of other people.
Okay.
For all that they have done, the other mandated state agencies who are supposed to take them on, they will take them on whilst we do our work.
No problem. Finally, Oka say, there should be a parity, 50% public, 50% private.
Yeah.
Na eboa youth no.
Yeah.
Obi bisa say our small business said they will can no here national service for also apply and to where?
Ontro to national service. But no attempt be any probably thing so by say small shop I be open national service. Kanshi Uber be jai or Juma Hoefree or Kanshi. I drive over the way by so director or meeting. Now Ubi away with Juma Jai about the best 3 hours. Next time Ukasa Yakasa Bra, someone's time. Intimate consultants, it didn't come. A company be fast you be on board a lot of private sector companies.
Okay.
Come on board. Omo buy a boy because Busumi Piano, scanner Utuyama national service persons. We might move 40%. Sir, 20%. Sir, 20% need be and I'm saying fancy a kitchen, fan machines, be any jewelry, fan fruits.
Okay.
And car or achim. Yemfa bin koto
watermelon wada
yemfa bin koto mango so many na omo ankasa nya e ho beba mfa so ama every year piano.
Okay,
we will be growing. Okay. If your desire is to grow businesses around national service, it is not difficult.
Okay,
often than not the people who are at the helm make it look as if it is difficult, but I do not think so.
It's not. Finally, again, I will catch potential and our prospective national service personnel or more womb any obia or person or TB bifa the new national service under Felix Jemfi.
Opening me that this year Adea Ba ama national service didn't say what be any ghost names. Say ne otimenka na se oni obia ye juma wo kwan bi so faso Emma unye skabi aneni se unyane ade enne no mesrɛw enne de ye twam jai ye twam ade ha adwen pa ba ko se menua maba betumu no afre me ka yam se Felix enne me wo service persons bia me pese oboa o mo mami uka chebe no maka yo se Nestle de adding because nipa kakra mo ba no ya post nipa ko hoda until uka chebe me se mens fa nipa nko kitten a ebeding. Okay, I say, okay, what the come? I say, baby, na fan shema me. Na me heard them me. What the phone too? So no be after I say, first I crabra. Nestle na open dia. Get them crab nyama. Sad in the trim.
Okay.
And mad that say, whilst I remain the Director General of National Service, there will be what people have termed as special posting.
Okay.
The people themselves risk prosecution. The service persons themselves risk not doing national service if you pay money to anybody for national service.
Okay.
I do not support that. I do not subscribe to that sort of behavior.
Okay.
Until sabe so obana so ka say me sorry me hu ade ana say me hu ya me basa me fa won ko ba bia ana ya fa won ko ba bia e do be call ahokyerem.
Okay.
E be hwe ba bia o fi ben ne de wakwakoto.
No problem.
Na sabe nan kakra national service e ba be say business manfo bi adane ho businessmen omo de omo ho mo say oh so the 2,000 baht obenya cocoa board we the 3,000 baht obenya Nestle sa na twem.
Okay.
Enya ade ese Ghana ni bia de ho say unua Ghana ni ewie school obi a on starting year adwuma obi a on derive any physical immediate benefits o si tu scan san ma you say say suban na the hospital say oh and a bed ni ho ba ko tu scan dia na bed appear.
Okay.
So we are done with that thing.
Done with that. Thank you very much, Mr. Felix Jemfi, on the acting Director General Adama National Service Authority. Also, omudi nye de nei, but on free ho na omudi asisa eno peso jano ho. Ohima we je ebeto aso Angel Morning Show ye de besia ye nua Jerry Chachromo de saso ena Nicholas Bafo Benji Sak na Eben neighbor for pockets and a team nina camera will be bedamos and a valze timon for don't na yemfa and chetri or my message is about for Mr. Felix Jemfi. No, you sound good, you sound good. Maybe China, a Jumano, or Yavia, near Bedi Hong Kong, you are the Massipano pay some with you. Only my dear, me painting from coming here.